What is up, guys? So a long time ago, I did a specific gravity test, and the video is actually hilarious. You should probably look at it. I'll put a link in the description. It's pretty funny. But lately, I've been seeing a lot of talk about fake silver, so that whole trend is starting all over again. I posted that video about 2 years ago when a lot of fake silver talk was coming up, and it's starting all over again. So this video was actually requested, and I'm going to give you guys a couple tips and things to look for to make sure that your silver is real and things that you can do at home. And it's no real secret what I'm going to tell you. I'm just going to put my 2 cents in and kind of show you guys what I do to make sure that my silver is real. And if you notice right here, these Scottsdale 1 ounce bars happen to be one of the most heavily counterfeited 1 ounce bars you could possibly buy. And one of these two I'm actually questioning. And it's the one on the left. So that's the one we're going to test. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. So real quick, just a couple little tips. I did a video on buying on eBay. And I said to stay away from generic silver on eBay. And there's a lot of counterfeit generic pieces on eBay. Now, there's a couple things you can do to kind of prevent buying that stuff. And one of my biggest recommendations for anyone, especially new stackers, is actually to buy any and all of the Sunshine Mint stuff because of this right here. So you're going to have to put like a $15 investment to buy this verifier. But what this does is, if you guys could see the little starburst right there, and if you turn it, it says valid. Can you guys see that? Right there. You guys can see it. So this little investment right here allows you to be able to buy from private sellers, because as long as you see this circle, you can verify it at home, and eBay will honor their 30-day money-back guarantee. And this literally takes 2 seconds to see if it's real or not. So and that's on all of the new Sunshine Mint stuff. So don't buy any of the old Sunshine Mint stuff, because that stuff was heavily counterfeited, which is why they ended up doing this to all their stuff. So that's one of my things, one of my pieces of advice. Those silver buffaloes and those silver Morgans and those generics are heavily counterfeit. Now, another thing you can do, and this is why I like buying these beautiful coins, because of how intricate they are. So can you imagine somebody trying to counterfeit this? It'd be extremely difficult. So the more intricate the coin, the less likely it is to be counterfeit. So yeah, they're not going to spend all this money to counterfeit this coin when they could easily counterfeit those generic buffaloes and Morgans. So yeah, and like I said, these are also pretty easy to counterfeit, believe it or not. So there's a couple things on these that make me worry. The first thing is a little bit of the finish, which is probably hard to tell on the camera, between the two lions. So this one has more of a frosted finish. So like the mane of the lion is a little bit thicker, if you can tell. You can tell by the chin and the sides. And then the lion's face is a little bit wider on the left. And then also there's a couple little things in the crown itself. So if you notice here, that crown in the middle there, that little cross, seems like it's a little bit full, while this one is clearly wide open. So that is my thing. And then another thing, usually what I look for, where they stamp, you're going to see like a little imprint almost. You see that swirl right where the imprints are, how the silver kind of dips in? That's what you want to see. You see how it's all warped in the reflection there? That's what you want to see. And this one, as you can tell, doesn't have that warp. So the imprint is not there. And that's a bad sign. So the first thing you can do, and this is not by any means accurate, and I'm just going to show you because I doubt you guys are going to be able to hear the ping. So basically what you want to do is get that close to your ear, and you want to hear a sustained ping sound. You want to hear it holding that little note. So when I do it with this one, you guys are not going to hear it, but I've already done it. and this one sustains and this one doesn't. So now it's raising some questions big time. And the surefire way to know if your silver is real or not is a specific gravity test. And that's what I'm going to be doing to that piece right there. So we're going to find out together if that's a fake Scottsdale Mint bar or not right now. And I'm going to show you how to do it. And all you need to do it is some dental floss. Make sure whatever you're using to tie up your stuff is non-absorbent. It'll throw the numbers off a little bit. So I'm using dental floss, which is not absorbent. So don't use any like string or stuff like that. It'll throw the numbers off a little bit. A glass of water deep enough to submerge whatever you're doing completely, and a scale, a notepad. All right? So I'm going to tie this up and I will be right back. All right, so I almost made my first mistake. You want to make sure that you weigh the piece of silver before you tie it up. Even though the weight is going to be thrown off minimally, it's still going to throw it off. So let me make sure I got the right piece. This is the one we want. So what you want to do, and this is the official start of the specific gravity test, by the way, guys. So you want to weigh it out of the water. And just so you know, in case you don't know, the weight of 1 troy ounce is 31.10. This weighs 31 point, and I like to just kind of tap the scale like that to make sure we're getting a accurate reading. So it's giving me a really heavy reading. And yeah, let me tear that. This is an old scale. I might need a new scale. So I know what to do to make it work. All right, that's more like it. So 31.3. 31.3. Let me take it off, make sure it's at 0. Yes. Okay, so that was an accurate reading. So 31.3. So 0.2 in either direction, either lighter or heavier, is in the green zone of being legitimate silver, 1 ounce troy. So now I already have the loop made. So let me just lasso this thing right here. And you guys are going to quickly realize if you had to do this to a lot of silver, it is a pain. You're not going to want to do it. The best deterrent is to not buy any of that generic stuff. I keep telling you guys, don't buy it. I've been stacking for a very long time, and I've never owned any of those generic Buffaloes, generic Morgans, none of it. There's no need. Stay away from it. Trust me. Even the online retailers that we all know have got caught with some of that fake generic stuff. It's just bad news. All right, so here we go. So you want to put it in the water. You guys can see, you don't want to touch the sides. You want to make sure it's all the way in. Only takes a second. So we got 3.1 grams in the water. Let me take this down before I spill it all over the table. So 3.1 in the water. All right, so now let's crunch the numbers real quick. And what we're looking for is 10.4, between 10.4 and 10.5. That is the specific gravity of silver, and it cannot be faked. So, what am I doing? All right, so the math is 31.3. So the weight out of the water divided by the weight in the water, which was 3.1. And we got 10.09. So that is not good. This can be a fake piece of silver. There you go. And I had a feeling. I don't remember where I bought it now. But there you go. That is exactly why I do not buy this. And like I said, you don't see this that imprint that we want to see right there. You see how it's got that warp? That's what you want. I have tested this. This is a legitimate piece of silver. And now we know this is not. So it failed the ping test, passed the weight test, and then failed the ultimate test, which is a specific gravity. So there you go, guys. Fake piece of silver right there. Bam. So now you guys know. I know these are heavily counterfeited. That's exactly why this is out of the plastic. I tested this one. I had another one that was legit. I gave that one away. And this one I've been questioning. So what I do, like I said, I buy from 2 different sellers, if anything, and just compare the two. So this is the first time I have ever bought a fake piece of silver and it's made its way into my stack. Ever. And I've been doing this for a long, long time. And I've actually been sitting on this for a while, and I've been always wondering about it. And I'm like, oh, one day I'm going to do it. One day I'm going to do it. And there you go. So now you guys know. Stay away from the generic stuff and arm yourself with the knowledge of what is heavily counterfeited. So these are heavily counterfeited. If you're going to buy them, I would suggest only buying from Scottsdale directly. All right? So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps. Make sure you add down in the comments anything you want to add, and I will talk to you guys later. Make sure you like it too. Thanks, guys. Later.